Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is to try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, and we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us on the challenge for as little as $9 a month, and also to get access to an exclusive in-depth strategy video, information and details are available in the description below. In the previous video we did an important stock update for Txml MMAT and also an important update for Txml MULN, so please refer back to the previous video for updates of both stocks. In today's video we're also going to be looking at 3 stocks from the weekly watch list and looking at how they've performed so far this week. We're also going to be doing an important update for Txml MMAT, looking at a recent filing, and also an update on Txml MULN Automotive. So before we do that, let's have a quick look at what's happening in the markets and the key information with regard to sentiment. So quick headline here from today from Market Watch, and what we can see here is how long will stocks stay in a bear market. It likely hinges on if a recession hits, and that's according to Wells Fargo Institute. So right now the market is very jittery, so and again strong rumors of potential recession, and then we also seeing potential arguments from the government and from the Biden government as well to suggest that a recession can be avoided. But let's have a look at the market in terms of the heat map today, and again what we can clearly see here is significant amounts of red in almost all sectors except energy. So again one of the reasons for this is the ongoing situation in Ukraine. So again, fingers crossed for a significant and hopeful good improvement going forward. We're now going to start by having a look at the recent Form 8K submitted by Metamaterials. So this is something again is dated in terms of the report June the 22nd, but now let's have a look at the details in terms of item number 1.01 with regard to the entry into a material definitive agreement. So this is something in terms of what the company announced a few days ago in terms of the offering. So the details of this offering, and it's saying it was agreed as amended and restated on June the 27th, and this is with certain institutional investors. So these institutional investors are as of yet unnamed, so it's not a public offering, it is an institutional offering. So the agreement to purchase is at a price of $1.35, and warrants to purchase an additional 37.037 million shares at an exercise price of $1.75 per share. So the gross proceeds of this will net the company $50 million. Closing date of the offering expected to occur on or about June the 28th. So this is news that did have a negative impact on the share price. We were doing fairly well, and what was also happening is the share price was going very close to $2, and sentiment from investors was certainly very positive. In the previous video, one of the things that we speculated on with regard to one of the posts on social media was possibility of using the $50 million to acquire some MMTLP shares, but I think this is something that I did disagree with in terms of it potentially being an example of insider trading. So in the submission of the new form just recently, we can now see the company have released details of what they're going to do with these proceeds. So let's have a look at the details here, and I think on the third line here we can see the company is going to spend $5 million of the proceeds to look at development costs associated with oil and gas activities. So this is basically looking at the Orogrande project in Hudspeth County, Texas. So again, this is additional costs for the company with regard to the ongoing mineral assets, oil and gas that the company still have on the books and not yet been released due to the final outcome of the dividend not yet being finished. Let's now have a look at the chart for Txml MMAT, and on the screen here you'll see just prior to the announcement of this offering, we can see that the stock was very close to $2. The momentum was good. The 50-day and the 200-day moving averages were both trending upwards, and then you'll see a huge red candle, a huge red decline in the share price, and I think on the day of the news the share price went down very close to 40%, immediately below $1.30. Unfortunately, at time of editing right now, the stock is again down approximately 6%. So not a great reaction from the market here, and I think the closing price today was $1.10. So let's hope it settles above $1 before we get a strong rebound upwards. What I'd now like to do is provide a follow-on update for Txml MULN, MULN Automotive. So this is stock that has been featured on a number of occasions on the channel and also was featured in the previous video. What you will have noticed in terms of the share price this week, we did get inclusion in the Russell indexes. However, in terms of reflection of the share price, this has not been positive. So one of the reasons why the share price has not gone up quite significantly, as was expected by many investors, was there are rumours out there in the market in terms of a potential delay in announcement of the Fortune 500. So it's no significant bad news with regard to the company. Battery tests are still excellent. The potential going forward is still excellent. So let's have a look at some of the headlines today. So this first headline is from Benzinga, June the 28th, and the headline here I'd like to share with you is check out what the whales are doing with MULN Automotive. So let's have a look at details of what the whales are doing. So with regard to Benzinga, what they have looked at in terms of the option scanner, they have spotted 10 option trades for MULN Automotive, so that's quite significant. The overall sentiment of this big money trade is split between 80% bullish and 20% bearish, so a significant amount of positive news there. Of all the options that was uncovered, one was for a put for a total amount of $45,000, 9 for calls for a total amount of just in excess of $306,000. But what's interesting here at the bottom in terms of the price target, taking into account volume and open interest on these contracts, it looks like the whales are targeting a price range between $1 and $3 for MULN Automotive going forward over the next 3 months. So again, strong bullish sign here. The final headline I'm going to share with you for MULN Automotive, again just a few hours ago released from Investor Place, and the headline here is MULN stock is a worthwhile lottery ticket. So if you remember in the previous video we looked at this stock with regard to a stock that is ready for retail, ready to manufacture in the USA, an EV stock with huge potential in the early stages. And again, the headline here, MULN is a worthwhile lottery ticket. So reminders for many people of potentially investing in a company similar to that of in the early stages of Tesla. So it is a cheap penny stock. It is attracting lots of significant investors. The good news with regard to the battery technology results, that was very, very positive. And certainly there is more signs of bullish investors looking to invest in MULN Automotive. What we'd now like to do is finish off by having a look at 3 stocks that we called in our weekly watch list. So these are 3 stocks which I think have done certainly very well going forward from Monday, as well as some of the other calls, but not all the calls have been successful, but these are 3 positive calls. First one on the list here, you'll see we called out prior to trading on the Monday was Txml BHAT. And where we stated that this is a company which has made great momentum last week and decided not to proceed with the previously announced underwritten public offering. So let's now have a look at the chart for BHAT. So on the screen here you'll see again at time of editing it's up close to 2%, but what's interesting here is over the previous 5 days this stock is also up in excess of 195%. So certainly showing a lot of strong signs of consolidation and still positive momentum upwards. So the next stock we're going to look at is Txml TCON, and this is a stock that had a huge amount of increase in insider investment with regard to positive news. So again on the screen here we'll see at the time of editing this stock is up in excess of 4.2% at $1.98. But again, what's also interesting is over the previous 5 days Tracon Pharmaceuticals is up in excess of 44%, and what you'll be able to see in terms of the 200-day and the 200-day and the 50-day moving averages, we can see a strong reversal here around about the 27th of June 2022, where both of them seem to have moved forward in terms of an upward momentum. So again, however, although this is a good sign, certainly stocks like these, it's a good idea to take profit where you can. And finally, the other stock that we called in our weekly watch list was Txml RAIN, and this is a stock that was also on FinCell's short squeeze list and moving up for 7 places. So let's have a look at how Txml RAIN did, also known as Rain Therapeutics. And this stock, again, at time of editing, is up in excess of 7%. But what's also interesting is over the previous 5 days, this stock is up in excess of 80%. So again, great call here. And what we can see is from the market open on the Monday on the 27th, the stock has certainly moved up from around about $3.50, currently around about $4.21. So good, strong, positive momentum upwards. And finally, if you would like to get access to the weekly watch list, not all calls are successful, but these certainly are ones we've had good results for, and each stock is something obviously we do consider and request people to carry out their own due diligence, but certainly some positive calls here. You can join the Discord for little as $9 a month. The second payment on the 2nd of July will be refunded as we're getting to the end of the month, so no reason to delay joining. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.